Ken, can you talk about how Patricia is asking how you got started, and can you talk about, you said it was in 1985 as a mixer. How did you choose sound? How that happen?
I actually started right out of high school. I had some friends that I knew in high school that did sound for really Roger Corman, low budget horror type films. I grew up in Culver City, right across from MGM.
Wow, how cool.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
so cool.
I couldn't figure out why all these guys were parking in front of our house and going to work with their lunchboxes every day. They were the studio workers, and I never knew that. Both my parents were teachers, so I had no idea this is what I was going to do. I was a journalism major in school. I thought I was going to be a writer. But this friend of mine was a sound mixer, and he needed somebody to carry cases and hold a boom. And I was like, 19, 20 years old, and there was a little bit of cash involved. So I started with him, and it just grew. It just became one job after another. And then one day he came to me and he said, I've got this television show. Would you like to come with me and do it? And I really wanted to, continue my education. But he looked at me and said, they'll pay you $2,000 a week. I went, what? I was there. That show was The Waltons.
Wow. The Waltons?
The Waltons was my first television show.
Wow.
And that show, the creator of The Waltons created a show called Falcon Crest, and he took us all with him, which went 10 years. And on that show in 1985, I went from boom man to sound mixer when the sound mixer had left there.
Wait, Ken, back up for a second. You were there on the set when they said all the good nights?
Yeah.
Good night, John Boy.
Yeah.
You were there, huh? That's wild.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, at that time, I was younger than all the Walton kids.
No kidding.
It was the last season of the Waltons. They were all kind of grown up.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were on it for 10 years. How did you get into the biz?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was in college. I got in a car accident, and I had to find another way to spend my days because I was learning to rehabilitate. And
oh my God, no way.
Worked in it's no big deal. I mean, it happens to loads of people, but I did it. But I was working in a repertory theater company and had an accident with a table saw, and I cut off part of my thumb. And they gave me, I think I got like $400 and something workman's comp for a year, which allowed me to pay for a $370 apartment in New York City. And then I had, $30 left over for cheese and bread in a toaster oven to make grilled cheese sandwiches. And that was how I got to New York, and then ended up studying at Lee Strasberg. And it's there's not one roadmap, as I'm sure you guys can, it's everybody's story is different. It's not like going to be a doctor.
Right.
You go to school for this, and then you do that, and then you do this. Odds are this is going to happen if you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
With acting, it's such a crapshoot. It depends on people that are hiring you, what you're fitting into. It's really depends on so many elements that aren't controllable by you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you end up you throw caution to the wind and just do your best. And if you land with a bunch of people often enough, the odds are you'll land with people like that again. But it's so much luck of the draw in so many ways.